when you were saying, does he give you space to offer your input?
Yeah.
And I was thinking the opposite, like, does she have something to say?
Wait a minute.
Because
Whoa.
I was thinking, does she got something to say?
Do you have something to say, woman of God?
Or is she just sitting there saying whatever you like, whatever you say?
You want a man who responds and not reacts. You want a man who can feel the emotion but not be controlled by it. You want a man who can identify his, what we would call, weaknesses, but really it's not weakness, it's just his humanity. If you don't see him in his weakness, he's hiding it from you and you're not safe.
Big shout out to the official sponsor of the LoveDoesCostAThing podcast, Unashamed Apparel. Grab your gear today at shopunashamed.com and use the code LDCAT for 10% off your entire order.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Jordan.
And I'm Juanita.
And welcome back to another brand new episode of Love Does Cost a Thing.
It costs everything, baby.
Shout out to all the love bugs. That's you who have subscribed to this channel. If you have not, do yourself a favor. Hit the subscribe button. It's below. It's below the video. Sometimes I think the YouTube algorithm makes the subscribe button light up when you say subscribe. So it should be lighting up because I just said subscribe like 5 times. Okay, here's our topic. Quick question, quick drive-by episode for today.
Yes.
How do you know that this is the right person for you? I want you to speak to the single sisters, Juanita, that are looking for their husband. They're looking for their life partner. How do you know?
Yeah, that's good. I would say you would know if you know what you want. And what I mean by that is oftentimes we think that a person may be right for us because they just are seemingly good.
They're good. Ooh.
But it doesn't necessarily fit what you feel like you want in life. So for example, maybe you are someone who likes to travel, and while that person may be able to provide for you financially or provides for you emotionally, but they're totally against traveling, kind of doesn't really make sense because it's kind of like we don't really like the same things, or rather you're in opposition to things that I like, right? Sure. I could like traveling, you're not, but you're not going to stop me from traveling.
Completely opposed to it.
Right, you know. So I would say that if this is a woman, and you're in relationship with a man and you're trying to figure out whether or not he's the right one, I would say, who is he when no one is watching? I think that's the big piece. Integrity. Is he truthful? Is he honest? Is he upfront? How does he treat his mama?
Yeah.
How does he treat his family? Or I should say rather, how does he treat people that he says he cares about?
Sure.
I mean, not say just his mama. But yeah, I would say definitely integrity. Do you feel secure in your relationship? And it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be security financially, because maybe you make more money than that person than he does. But do you feel like when you're with him, you feel safe? You feel like if anything was to happen, he would have your back.
Yeah. Right?
And not necessarily fight for you, but more so of he would see the car coming that you might have missed, or he would lock the door if you forgot, or something like that. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, I would say is it working? And not just again it could work, but does it actually work?
Yeah. I was thinking about if I were speaking to a sister or someone who a young woman who is trying to be sure or confident. I think firstly, I think that you have to change your expectation, and this will sound a little oxymoronic, because it's not how do you know for sure. It's more do you have the confidence in this person? Do you, which is what makes you sure, I guess. So I'm not trying to play semantics, but the truth is you are not going to know every single particle, detail, quality of that person. in an instant in your
Mhm.
dating. You're just not.
Right.
You're going to see different parts of them as you guys grow together. And as you grow together, you guys will evolve. You'll change. You'll grow as you should. The people who got married in 2018, we're not that same couple. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like, we've grown. Definitely not the same people that got together when we were in college. So like, we've
Mhm.
grown. So you wanna look for confidence rather than like this.
Like sureness, like absolutely positively.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's faith. It's
Right.
faith.
Mhm.
Faith is not seeing. Faith is believing.
Mhm.
Based off of what you see, not what you see.
Mhm.
Um, it's the substance of things hoped for. I'm not trying to do too much with the Bible, but it's your confidence in what you believe. Now, how is your confidence built? It's built through evidence, right?
Mhm.
It's built through uh, circumstances,
Mhm.
triumphs, trials. Um, what I really want you to look for all of my sisters in Christ is how he handles pressure.
Mm.
That's, for me, the biggest thing. How he handles pressure at the job, pressure with his family, pressure from you, right? In whatever form it shows up, how he handles pressure, and if whether or not he is um, emotionally stable, emotionally sound, emotionally healthy. I think that is the biggest predictor of if whether or not you should take the next step with this man, and that is in marriage. Because in a biblical marriage, you are called to submit to his headship, or his leadership. If you don't like the word headship, it's really the same thing. But you are called to submit to him as your husband, and you don't want to bind yourself to a leader who is unstable.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I mean when I say emotional health. I don't mean that he doesn't get angry or doesn't get sad.
Right.
If I lose the championship game, yes, I'm not gonna feel good about that. But it's how he responds to it.
Mhm.
You want a man who responds and not reacts. Okay? You want a man who can feel the emotion but not be controlled by it. You want a man who can identify his what we would call weaknesses, but really it's not weakness, it's just his humanity,
Mhm.
who can be a human around you. Okay? Um, and if you don't see his humanity, right, he's hiding it from you. Okay? He's hiding it from you. I'm giving y'all all the secrets. Okay? If you don't see him in his weakness, he's hiding it from you, and you're not safe. Okay? You should see his vulnerability. Vulnerability for men doesn't always look like sadness and sulking and tears. No. But he should in some way, shape, or form communicate to you when things aren't going right. Right? Maybe he'll have to grow to this, right? Maybe he will have to get some reps with this, because for a lot of men, it's not going to be innate, right? But I think that you need to see this, because it's also going to be, and when I get into my explanation, I'll share more, but like, it'll also be like a test for your capacity, whether or not your grace to handle, right? Handle his emotions. Now, let me be very clear. I don't mean handle his emotions or his responses that are toxic and abusive and outlandish. No. You're going to be able to see, like, oh, this is how deep it is for you. Am I willing to be committed to you when it gets this deep? Do I have the capacity to handle you and cover you and uphold you and pray for you when it gets this deep? Because marriage is for better or for worse.
Mhm.
It's for better or for worse. That's the spectrum. When it's good, I'm with you. When it's bad, I'm with you. When it's ugly, I'm with you. When it gets ugly, I'm with you. Do you have the capacity for it for this man? Because it's not every man. This is what Juanita was saying earlier. Like, good candidates don't always mean good decision, right? He may be a husband, but he might not be your husband. And so one of the things that I want you to look for is his emotional health, how he responds. You want a man who responds to adversity, to tests, not react. You don't want that, because a reactive leader as opposed to a responsive leader is going to be driven by the situation and not vision. Okay? and everything around you is subject to change, but vision is what you're always pursuing. How you get to the vision may change. You may use a different vehicle, but ultimately we're pursuing the vision that God gave this union. Anything else you want to add on that?
I did have a point, but now I forgot it.
I'm so sorry. Maybe it was because I was talking too much.
Yeah, it might come back to me, but that's okay. Like, it might not. But what you said was good, so I think it's fine. So we can go to kind of like what you were saying. So like we just talked about like if I was a woman,
Right,
who was wondering if the guy I was in a relationship with is my husband or not.
mm-hmm.
Now let's talk to the guy.
The guys, yeah.
Who was like, I want to pop the question, I want to ask it, but I'm just not sure whether or not
if she's the right one.
Yeah.
You need to be emotionally safe around her.
So she needs to be able to like handle you emotionally.
Yeah. Now again, let me be very clear, because a lot of people, but men especially, because it's taboo for us, we don't process emotions healthily. It's always super outlandish or super what we would call manly and like toxic. Not always, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Right? Hopefully. And if you don't, comment and I'll do my best to clean it up. If you are not emotionally safe around her, don't. Just leave her alone. If you don't feel safe, now it may not be because of her, it may be because of you, but if you are willing, let's say in a perfect world, you are willing to be emotionally vulnerable, you are willing to show your scars, your weaknesses, as we would, call them, and it's not connecting, like it's not landing well. You don't feel safe, you don't feel heard, you don't feel valued, appreciated, you don't feel encouraged. I would say that I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't advise it, because a lot of men get married and they hide from their wives. They hide from their wives emotionally, and they harbor their honesty, their true feelings. Maybe not even towards their wife, but maybe about a situation that's causing them stress. Listen, there's only two things to do with stress. Stress is going to either stay in or it's going to come out. And if you don't have a place where you can get it out, the stress out, it's going to stay in until it comes out. And it's going to come out in a way where you let it out willfully, and it may be with someone else or something else, or it's going to stay in and it's going to combust. Trash in stays in. So that's like the biggest thing for me. Aside from all of like the stuff that you would check off your list, right? Like you should be attracted to them, of course. I think kindness is a real thing, right? Like taking care of your responsibilities, but even beyond that, right? Like a lot of people check those boxes, but like, are they really going to ride for you? Like, let's say this is not everybody, right? This is a nucleus group of people who really prioritize money, right? Like, if the person that you are pursuing, the woman that you're pursuing, is really, really heavy on like, I just need a man to take care of me, I'll take care of everything else. Okay, cool. If you don't mind that, then fine, do your thing. You're with those types of values. If it works for y'all, it works for y'all. But if the money dries up, is she gonna leave? Right? If the money dries up, is she gonna be there with you? If you have any apprehension about that, I would hold off. If that works for y'all, right? Y'all arrangement, whatever. But if you don't, let's say you break your leg and you can't go to work, or your business dries up, you lose all of your clients, can't get it, whatever. Like, is she going to leave? That's what you want to be confident in. I'm not saying, is she going to stay with you if you take her through the ringer? Nah, bro. I'm saying in the perfect world, or in the case where you are healthy, whole, taking care of your responsibilities, but when things get tough, right? Do you feel safe? If you cannot, or if you have tried to, and I'm about to pass you the mic, if you have tried to express yourself or be forthcoming and be emotionally vulnerable, and you don't feel the safety there, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. What you got?
Yeah, you kind of took my point. So that means we thinking the same way,
Yeah.
which I love. I was thinking something similar to does she bring something to the table? So like more so to your point of like when you were saying like financially if you guys agree, but like let's say you can't anymore, like is she just gonna get up and walk away? And so I was thinking something similarly, to the point where it's like maybe you guys have an arrangement where, you know, if y'all get married, you know, you would want her to stay home when you guys have children. And it's like that's cool if you guys, you know, are both on the same page, but like that's still her something. That's still her bringing something to the table, right? Like she's taking care of your family, she's taking care of your home. Like that's not just her being like, I just want to be taken care of and I don't want to do anything, you know. So she has to have a level of responsibility now. I would say look at the level of responsibility that she has now and see how she stewards it. Um, because what she's stewarding now will be a testament to how she will steward like what you guys have together in the future. That's a really big indicator. Again, like how you were saying about the men, like that's her fruit, right? Like that's her way of being like, hey, I can take care of the things in which God has given us. And it doesn't mean that she has to be a stay-at-home wife. Like she can very well be like a working woman, you know what I'm saying? But she would still have a level of responsibility that she contributes to your union. And so that's very important. But yeah, I would say I agree with everything, like safety. Do you feel safe? I think it's funny that like both sides, it's like, do you feel safe? But like what you feel safe in may be different. Like a man may need to feel emotionally safe, but like a woman may need to feel like physically safe, you know. But we see like a common denominator of like safety, right? Like if you feel like you can 100% be yourself without judgment, without critique, and like in an appropriate way, right? Like not like I'm lashing out on you and this is just who I am, you gonna take it. No, like more so like the personality that God gave you and kind of like, you know, how you're made up. If they can handle all of that, I think that's a good indicator that they are the one that is right for you. I would say too, like, do you guys, it's coming back to me, but like this is for both sides. Like, do you guys just enjoy being with each other? Like, do you feel like you can be friends with this person? Because this idea of love is not just a feeling, you know. So when that feeling fades, like a friendship is something that you can fall back on, right? Like something that you can be like, oh, I actually enjoy like laughing with you or making jokes or talking about the future or doing puzzles or running. Like, do you guys have things in common? You don't have to like every single thing that's the same, but like, do you have something that you guys both enjoy? Another thing coming up is like, do you guys value the same things? Like, is money something that you guys value? Is family something you value? Traveling, ministry, faith, like what are the core beliefs that you hold true that you're not willing to like let go of, or you're not willing to compromise on? And do they have the same ones? And this is for both sides, of course, but like if that's true, then I think that that is another indicator that that person is the right one.
Two things. It's relevant for both sides, but I want to specifically say it to the ladies because of the role of a biblical marriage, you being second in command, if you will, to your husband's leadership. And I know that that is like ruffles a lot of people's feathers, but rock with me. We can do a whole episode on like biblical leadership and headship another time if you want. The reason why I say geared towards the ladies, because ultimately the responsibility when it comes to God is holding the husband accountable first. And so he's responsible for the decisions that are made. However, the decisions come about, whether it's him or you or y'all or however it happens, he's responsible first, not only, but first. That is in a nutshell what biblical headship is. And so how to know if he's a good, if this is the one, right, for you, does he value your input and your voice, right? Like, do you have a voice to, do you have a voice that is held to a high regard when decisions are being made. Okay. Here's an example, and I don't even think Juanita remembers this, but when we were dating, we were engaged at this point, and I wanted to buy a guitar, and I went and found a guitar. I'm left-handed, so I had to find a left-handed guitar, and the guitar was $150. Okay, we were both working. We didn't have merged finances. We didn't have nothing like that. Like, we weren't married, but I wanted Juanita to be in the loop with what at the time felt like a big purchase. Did I say the cost of it? It was $150. I don't know if I didn't say it or not, but like, now I'm thinking back, like, it's only $150 or whatever, but it's the principle. And Juanita was like, oh, I don't care, right? Like, whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure she was thinking to herself, like, oh, I mean, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking to myself, right? Like, I want to make sure that this sits well with you, because we are about to pay for a wedding. We are about to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? So, like, are there opportunities for your input on decisions? Right? Excuse me. And I hate to even say it like that, because some people will kind of twist it and make it seem a certain way, like he's the one that has to make all the decisions. Like, no. I'm saying when it comes, like, not even stuff like spending money, but just in general, like, y'all's plans, how you guys resolve conflict, y'all vision for the future, right? Like, all of our vision as a family didn't all come from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like God told me, this is what we got. Like, no, that's not, anyway. That's teetering the line of, what do you call it? What do you call it, Juanita? Dictatorship. Yes. Yes. And that's not what the Lord has called you to. It's not do what I say. Okay? It's not do what I say. That's not biblical leadership. So yeah, do you have a voice, right? Do you have a voice? And in the same with the fellas, right? Like, especially when it comes to the things that you may be less adverse to talk about or less prone to talk about, kind of what I was saying earlier. Like, do you feel safe in going to your wife and saying, like, you offended me? Like, I'm not afraid to hide from Juanita. I'm not afraid to hide from her. I'm not afraid to tell her, you hurt my feelings. I'm not afraid to tell her that. It doesn't make me feel less than a man. I don't care about what none of y'all got to think. It's my wife. Like, you know, I'm not afraid to confront Juanita about, I don't know, like a quarrel or anything like that. And again, when I say confront, I just mean have the conversation. I don't mean fight. Like, I don't mean anything like outlandish or crazy or nothing like that. But a lot of men don't feel empowered because they don't want to deal with their wives or what would be their reaction. And it's like, you guys gotta be able to have those types of discourse, that type of discourse, so that y'all can always get back on the same page, man. So the safety part, I think that's probably like the biggest thing, because all the other stuff is like work outable for real. Yeah. If you lose a job, you can get another job. Like,
yeah. So all areas of safety, emotional, physical, financial.
Yeah. Are you safe? Are you safe? Are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah. I did have one more, and we are gonna close, I promise you. But
you love that.
I was thinking about something you said, Jordan, as far as like the man having a vision. And I was thinking about that, like, does he have a vision for his life and for what will be y'all lives and y'all's union? And then, like, do you trust him with that vision? Meaning, like, do you feel like you can trust him to move your family to a place that God has called y'all to be?
Yeah.
And if you don't believe in God, or if you're not following it actively, like, do you trust him to help make your family successful, right? Yeah. Like, to make good decisions and
to bear that responsibility,
to lead the way, and to encourage you guys and to support you guys in all areas. Like, do you trust him to do that? And then the one for the ladies was also sparked by you, Jordan. You're just sparking all my thoughts tonight. But I was thinking about like when you were saying, does he give you space to offer your input?
Yeah.
And I was thinking the opposite, like, does she have something to say?
Wait a minute.
Because
Whoa. Please say that one more time for the people in the back, because I was not expecting that sharp left turn right there.
I was thinking, does she got something to say?
You have something to say, woman of God.
Or is she just sitting there saying whatever you like, whatever you say? Nah, because I got an opinion. No. I want to do this and I want to do that.
Listen, don't let it. Juanita got something to say. Always.
I don't got nothing to say.
Please.
But
the devil is a liar and his mama breath stink. Juanita got something to say. Juanita got something to say.
I don't think the devil got a mama.
Oh my gosh, Juanita. That's just something preachers be saying.
I know. That's crazy though that you was sitting there thinking, not you, but that they was sitting there thinking about the devil mama. It's non-existent. No, but what I'm saying though, being funny, but like being serious, like again, going back to the idea that she has to bring something to the table, like what you always say, like it's not the man's or the husband's sole decision for everything.
Yeah.
And so the reason why
I want to give them a practical example of that when you finish.
Sure. Yeah. The reason why a woman, your wife, was created was literally a help.
Because you need help, bro.
You know? So she has to be someone that can actually help you.
That's it. That's the best way to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Does your potential husband recognize his need for help? Does he know he needs help? Because if he doesn't know that he needs help, you're gonna be strung along.
We all need help, brother.
Okay, here's a practical example, okay? Our family has grown. We've expanded. We've had to upgrade some things. And so I had the vision for what the upgrade was going to be. We needed a new vehicle. And so I felt like this is what I wanted. And I thought it would be good for the family. Juanita wasn't opposed to it. She also liked what I wanted, right? What I thought would be good for the family. We agreed on it. We came together. I did not lord over her. Hey, this is what I think. Tell me what you think. I'm cool with it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now here we go. We had the plan. We had the timing. This is just before J3, right? Right. I was planning for a later time frame because I'm just wired for logic. Okay. Juanita, it was one random day we pulled in the house from church and Juanita was like, I think we need to go this week. Okay. I think we need to go this week. And then she told me why. And I'm already on board. I'm like, all right, bet. If we did not go that week, the card that we have, we would have for sure missed it. Okay? And so my vision plus her input was the help that I needed because it was the perfect time. It was legitimate, the perfect timing. I can't tell all the details because I don't know who's going to watch this video and I don't know who'll be doing what with what. But it literally, like, even down to the time where we went into the dealership, there were two available 2 hours before we went into the dealership. We went into the dealership and one of them was gone. We tried to get the other one that we currently have. When we went to pursue that one, somebody else was literally inside the car, literally trying to buy the car. Okay? They obviously didn't get it. But the point is that I'm saying, the timing of it. This was a collaborative effort. This is what it's like when you have a head who is taking the responsibility of leadership, and you have the wife in her rightful place, and you've given her space to exercise her gift and walk in her calling, and it comes together. And this is how things work. If we would have gone, listen. And we went into the dealership about 10 minutes before they were about to close. The timing of it. This is what happens when you're in alignment, okay? And so I just want to give you that practical example, man. I hope that this makes sense. Please take these things seriously. Looks will fade. Bodies will change. Money will change. Houses will change, right? But you guys will be with each other. You guys will be with each other. Bro, I don't want you to get married and feel like you have to hide from your wife emotionally. I don't hide from her. Never going to. Never going to. Sis, I don't want you to get into a situation where your voice isn't valued. Now, I didn't say it. Woman of God said it. You got to bring something to the table. For real.
That's something to say, girl.
Yeah, your role is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Your role is necessary. Had I not cultivated, or we not cultivated a space in our marriage for co-equal input, co-equal submission to each other,
Right.
countless opportunities would have been missed.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. So we're so happy that you joined us.
She loves closing
today.
the episodes. I love it.
Don't forget to like,
yeah,
comment, share, subscribe, subscribe.
Why are you talking like that?
It's like my teacher thing. It's like when you go low, it's like you bring your attention in because you're trying to figure out what I got to say.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Please subscribe.
Yeah.
Shout out to Unashamed Apparel, the official sponsor of this podcast. I know you see the ad at the beginning.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the people who are using the discount code.
Ooh, we see y'all. We see y'all.
Okay.
I feel like I'm famous because I got a discount code.
So Love Bugs, we would greatly appreciate your support. It helps us to keep making these videos and fulfill, our God-given calling.
Yeah.
To love on people, man, and help guide people from where they are to their next. So your support means the world to us, whether that is by purchasing something from Unashamed Apparel, whether that's subscribing to the channel or sharing it, man. It is we greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
All right, y'all. My name is Jordan.
And I'm Juanita.
And this is LoveDoesCostAThing. We'll catch you in the next one.